Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back down to Medford as we get ready for Game 2 of today's doubleheader between Roseburg and South Medford. Game 1 going Roseburg's direction, 5-1. Game 2 just about to get underway. Teams are out there warming up. Let's see if we can make our way through what we believe our starting lineups are going to be here for Game 2. We're going to be kind of scrambling to get this all put together here. For the visiting Roseburg Indians, now 9-4 on the season, 3-0 in Southwest Conference play. Leading things off for Coach Troy Thompson and the Tribe. Logan Klopfenstein playing in right field. Austin Takahashi will be pitching in Game 2. He'll bat second, followed by Dawson Gillespie, the shortstop. Silas Kincaid will be at first base in Game 2, batting cleanup, followed by Dominic Titone, who will be in left field. Nathan Wayman will DH, batting in the sixth spot. Hitting seventh and catching is Knox Hubbard. Batting eighth and playing second base, Sebastian Watson. And Carson Dunn will be in center field, and he will bat nine. That is your starting lineup there for Roseburg as they get ready for South Medford here in Game 2. The DH being utilized for the third baseman, Jordan White. White picking up the save on the mound in Game 1. Now will take over in the field for Takahashi, who will go to the mound. In Game 2, Roseburg will be facing off against starting pitcher Carson Joe. Joe moving from first base to take over on the mound. Looking around the diamond defensively for South Medford. Joe on the mound will throw in to Caleb Long behind the plate. Out at first base will be Tanner Douglas, who started Game 1 on the mound. At second base will be Cam Sewell, back where he was in Game 1. At shortstop is Jace Miller. At third base will be Eli Havey. He was behind the plate in Game 1, moves into the field. In the outfield from left to right, you'll have Jake Mason in left field. Tosh Stupenhaus out in center field. Stupenhaus, excuse me. And then in right field is Tristan Malari, the freshman who got an inning of work on the mound in Game 1. So that is a look around the diamond defensively for South Medford here in Game 2 of our contest. As we get ready for this matchup, I want to let you know that today's game, and this is our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Roseburg Disposal, call them at 673-7122, our pregame show sponsor as we make the transition in between games here today. We, I think, do have a little bit of time here to kill, it looks like. And I want to let you know we do have the video stream for Game 2 up and running at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel at 1490 The Score on YouTube. And we'll keep our fingers crossed. I don't want to jinx anything, but it's up and running right there, so you can go check it out if you'd like. And I know that the video stream is a little blurry. We tried a video webcam today, thinking that might help out since we got to shoot through the cyclone fence here at Harry and David Field. I thought that might give you a nice clean look, but apparently the focus on it is not the best, and so it's a little blurry, but at least you're not staring through a chain link fence for the broadcast. So I'm hoping that the one trade-off is good for another, but I guess that's up to you guys to figure out on that one whether or not it is worth it. Joey Kieran here with you. It's been a day. It's the first time I've gone on the road this season with Roseburg. Every game I've been lucky to do has been at home so far this year. Didn't travel with the team on their spring break trip back to Central and Eastern Oregon. As much as I always think that would be a fun trip, done it once, it was fun, and it's always a good time to go on the road with teams, but didn't make that trek this year. And every game since then, I've been here at home. We've been at home at Champion Car Wash Field for all those games, so it's been nice to be at home. I definitely love the opportunity to broadcast there and the facilities we get, but now we're out on the road doing conference games, and sometimes you have to set up out in the open in the elements without an internet connection, and you got to deal with what you got. So that's where we're at here today. Joey Keyran here with you. Roseburg Baseball on the Score. I do want to say thanks to our many sponsors that make it possible for to get out. I mean, we don't get out on the road if we don't have these sponsors helping make this possible, like Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Game 2 just about to get underway, and looking forward to it. Roseburg looking to try and stay perfect in conference play. They are 3-0 with wins over North Medford and now 1 win over South Medford. Not sure about any of the other games going on around the conference. We'll see if we can check in with Dean of Sports in Medford and the guy that knows everything, B.G. Gould. Maybe he's got some scores that he can help pass along to us here today. So we'll check in with him here in just a little bit as well as we get ready for Game 2 of today's doubleheader. And let's go ahead and we'll take one more 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we will get ready to go for the game. I think they're about ready to exchange lineup cards at home plate. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with first pitch of Game 2 of our doubleheader here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Well, we get ready for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Coaches are exchanging lineup cards at home plate. Joey Keyran here with you from Medford at Lithia Driveway Fields. And here comes the lineup card. Hey, B, do you want to grab the lineup card here coming through?
I can do that from Coach Thompson.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Troy. Coach Thompson handed things off to us there. As we get ready for Game 2. South Medford will come out. They are wearing their blue tops here for Game 2, white trousers, as they change it up a little bit for the second game of our doubleheader. After suffering the loss, I guess they decided, let's change it up, see how things go for us for Game 2 of our twin bill against Roseburg. On the mound in Game 2 is going to be Carson Joe, a right-hander. Joe, a senior this year for the Panthers. On the mound, Carson Joe 3-1 this season with one save as well. 3.35 ERA, over 23 innings worked. He's got 27 strikeouts, 15 walks. And he's making his 5th start of the year for South Medford. So he'll take on this Roseburg roster for Game 2 of our doubleheader. we're just about ready to go. Sun is shining, not a ton of clouds. There are a few off in the distance, and actually that looks a little stormy coming from behind us there. That's a little concerning, that weather that could be making its way our direction here soon. Hopefully that isn't as bad as it looks, isn't as ominous as it looks coming our direction. It is a chilly day, though, here in Medford. We were at the upper 40s through game 1 of our doubleheader. Here in game 2, 51 degrees, expecting a high of 54 this afternoon in Medford. Get game 2 going. Roseburg wearing the black tops, gray trousers for a second consecutive game. It'll be Logan Klopfenstein leading things off against Carson Joe, and the first pitch is outside as we are underway for game 2 of today's doubleheader. Klopfenstein had a single in the first at-bat of game 1. Takes a pitch high for a 2-0 count as he's ahead to lead things off against Joe. Pitch low, and Carson Joe falls behind. 3 balls, no strikes against Logan Klopfenstein. Carson Joe gets the 3-0 across. 3 balls and 1 strike. Can Joe keep the at-bat going? He will get a swing, a ground ball roller towards short. Misplayed there by Miller. Charging in on that, he tried to glove that, and it goes right underneath. So for a second consecutive game, Logan Klopfenstein will get on, this time via the error at short. So 1 runner on with nobody out for Roseburg to start things off here in game 2. And top of the first. Brings up the lefty Austin Takahashi, who takes on the outside corner for strike 1. Takahashi looking for his first hit of the day after going without one in game 1. Fouls it back for strike 2. Carson Joe, the righty, attacking the lefty. Game 1, Takahashi did get on base twice with a couple of walks, though. Stands back in with an 0-2 count, pitching in game 2 for Roseburg. Steps out of the box. (0-2) pitch here. Swing fouls off another one, staying alive. Takahashi battling that pitch off. That was a borderline pitch there. Might have been ball 1, but close enough that Takahashi not willing to let that ball go by without giving it a shot. Again, the 0-2 pitch for Carson Joe. He'll pick off throw over to first, back in safely. Goes Logan Klopfenstein after reaching on the error to start off this one. The 0-2 for Takahashi. Way outside. One ball and 2 strikes for Roseburg's second hitter. Dawson Gillespie, the 3 hitter, waiting on deck. Top of the order was kind of quiet in game 1 for the Tribe. Bottom of the order, including Nathan Wayman, did a lot of the work. Ground ball, third base side, gets in. Takahashi will get the hit. Eli Havey at third. That ball just outside of his reach. Just one of those ones as a fielder. I think if you've played the sport, you know. It's one of those ones that's like, it looks like it's so close within your reach, but the more you try to chase it, the further it seems to get away from you. And that's what happened with Eli Havey there at third as that ball rolls into left field. Austin Takahashi will get a single, first hit of the game for Roseburg. Runners at first and second with nobody out, and Dawson Gillespie will bat. And some early trouble here for Carson Joe as Roseburg tries to see if they can jump on the Panthers early in game 2 and start to feel good about picking up a sweep on the road in conference. That's big. It's another visit out to the mound for the catcher, Caleb Long. He's the new man behind the plate after Eli Havey caught game 1. He's out there to talk with Joe, maybe going over some of the signals. They're having a lengthy conversation. Now we'll head back to their spots. I got a feeling a few raindrops are about to start heading our direction. Hopefully that's all it is. It's 2 on with nobody out. First pitch coming here for Dawson Gillespie. Squares to bunt, puts it down third base side. That's a beauty. Joe, bare hands, throws to first. He'll be there in time to get Gillespie, but a sac bunt by Dawson moves both runners up. 1 away. Up to third base goes Takahashi to second, or excuse me, third goes Kloffenstein, Takahashi to second. And that'll bring up Silas Kincaid. The first baseman. Had a couple of strikeouts in game 1, looking to try and make up for him here. Joe delivers first pitch. That one down the pipe, popped up in the air, out towards right center. Underneath it, Stupenhaus. He's going to throw to third to try and hold the runner at second. A sac fly will drive in the first run. Roseburg's up 1-0. So the Indians get the early lead, 1-0. There's 2 away. Kincaid, the sac fly to center. Scoring is Kloffenstein. Stupenhaus will hold Takahashi at second. There's 2 down. Now left fielder Dominic Titone will bat. They'll bring in a courtesy runner for the pitcher. And that'll be Griffin Zymet out at second base. So Titone will come up to bat with a man in scoring position out at second. And he'll try to drive in a run with 2 outs, takes the first pitch for strike 1. Dom, the winning pitcher in game 1 of our doubleheader, now playing in left field. Breaking ball, he taps it, that one between home and the mound. Misplayed by Joe, throw to first, did he get it there in time? Yes, by a half step. That ball had some spin on it, and I think it bounced differently than Joe was expecting. That's why he didn't get it cleanly the first time. And then he barehands and throws to first just in time to beat out Titone. But 1 run in for Roseburg on 1 hit. There was 1 South Medford error and 1 man left on base. We're through a half inning, and Roseburg in front 1-0. Back after a 60-second break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Back for the bottom of the first inning. South Medford coming up to bat against Austin Takahashi. Roseburg's right-handed junior pitcher will fire in the first pitch of the frame, low for ball 1 against leadoff man Cam Sewell. Sewell, a left-handed batter, starting at second base here in game 2, much like he did in game 1. Take a strike on the outside corner for a 1-1 count as we bring you back here to Medford for game 2 of a doubleheader between Roseburg and South Medford. Roseburg leading 1-0. taking a lead early on as a strike called on the outside corner to Sewell. And Takahashi has himself a 1-2 count. A 1-2. Just outside, and the count goes 2-2 against Sewell. Get you a look at the full lineup card for South Medford for game 2 here. Ball fouled away down the first base side for Sewell. Takahashi, 20 innings worked this year. He's got a 3-1 record, making his 5th start. 1.75 ERA, 24 strikeouts, just 2 walks issued. He's got the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball carries too far inside to the lefty. Full count coming up to Cam Sewell. Full count pitch. Got him to swing at one up, but that's fouled back for strike, or stays a full count. And the at-bat will continue for Cam Sewell. Again, real close to the airport here in Medford. We had some fighter pilots going by earlier. That one's a commercial airliner. The 3-2, that ball in the air out towards left center. Going back, Carson Dunn on the run will make the catch for the first out of the bottom of the first. One away as they retire Sewell. Looking down the rest of the lineup, Jace Miller will bat next to the shortstop, followed by Tanner Douglas, the first baseman. Eli Havey at third base, batting cleanup, followed by Carson Joe, the pitcher. Batting in the 6th spot is Caleb Long, catcher. In left field, Jake Mason batting 7th. Tosh Stupenhaus, the center fielder, is the 8-hitter. As a bunt laid down and a play by Knox Hubbard will retire Jace Miller for the second out. First pitch, bunt, laid that one down the first base line. Pretty nice bunt, but not good enough to get Jace Miller on base. There's 2 away. Where do we leave off? Tosh Stupenhaus, the center fielder, batting 8th, and batting 9th is Tristan Malari, the right fielder. And that is your starting lineup for South Medford. 2 down. Up to bat, Tanner Douglas, the first baseman. Takes a breaking ball low and inside. Swinging through it. Strike against Douglas. 2 balls, 1 strike for Tanner Douglas. Strike taken to even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Takahashi trying to finish off a 1-2-3 frame. No, Roseburg's team was all on their way to the dugout there. They didn't get the call they wanted. It'll be a full count for Tanner Douglas as everybody sets back at their positions. The lefty waits. Grounds it first base side. Silas Kincaid will take it himself. Retires Douglas at the bag to finish things off in the bottom of the first. So a 1-2-3 frame for Austin Takahashi. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Roseburg hangs on to a 1-0 lead as we go to the top of the second on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Top of the second inning, Roseburg on top 1-0. Today's game brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions. For home theater and automotive audio, you can feel it at Good Vibes. 1-0 lead. It'll be Nathan Wayman who gets behind one. The first pitch launched to left field. This ball well hit off the wall in left field. Wayman rounding heading for second base. He's in with a feet first slide. And Nathan Wayman continues to hit well. The DH for Roseburg went 2 for 3 in game 1 with a triple that drove in the first run of the ball game and then drove in 2 more with a single in his final at-bat of the game. Here he hits one off the wall in left field, taking maybe a little advantage of the wind that's blowing in his favor out that way, but he crushed that ball, got around on it, and he's got a leadoff double. Roseburg in business to start the second inning. It'll bring up Knox Hubbard. Knox swinging away, puts this one in the air out towards right field. Underneath it, Stupenhaus tracks that one back to the wall. And back to second base goes Wayman. Hubbard got a lot of that one, but not quite enough. They played it perfectly. And Hubbard will fly out to right field, right center, for the first out of the second for Roseburg. Bring up Sebastian Watson. He had a double in game 1. First pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. Knocking it down is Long behind the plate. That holds Wayman out at second. Roseburg with 2 hits in the ballgame so far. Wayman had the second, a double. He waits out at second base as a strike taken by Watson gives him a 1-1 count.
The second game just started, but I can leave anything.
1-1 count for Seabass. Takes high. 2-1 count. Roseburg leading 1-0, trying to add to it after that leadoff double. Swinging that ball in the air out towards center. Going back, this one's going to get over the head of Stupenhaus. Wayman is headed for third. He's going to get the signal heading home. Watson going for third, slides in head first. He's in. An RBI triple for Sebastian Watson, and Roseburg adds another. That ball carried on Stupenhaus in center field, and it went further than he was anticipating. Had to turn and run. Wayman able to score from second, and Roseburg a couple of extra base hits, able to jump on to Carson Joe here in game 2 for a 2-0 lead. Just one out, Watson at third, and Carson Dunn a chance to drive in another run. He'll take high for ball 1. So Roseburg an early lead, 2-0 against South Medford, looking to sweep the Panthers here at home. Pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes for Dunn. South Medford forgot to look before we got down here today, but they were getting votes. They were, I want to say, like 6th in the latest coaches poll in the OSA Today voting. As a swing and a foul ball for Dunn. 2-1 count. Whew. Breeze is picking up and it's getting chilly again. So this South Medford team at 9-2 now on this season. They obviously had a reputation around the state, but Roseburg trying to get a couple of big wins on the road against them. Curveball out to left field. That's going to drop in. Another run in for Roseburg. Done with a base hit in front of Jake Mason in left. And the Tribe will add 2 here in the second. Watson easily trots home for the score. 3-0 Roseburg in front. Just 1 out in the top of the order, back up to hit. Brings up Logan Klopfenstein. Klopp reached on an error in the first inning and came around to score on the sac fly by Kincaid. First pitch for Joe. Takes his time, now delivers the breaking ball. It's low, between the legs for Long. The catcher can't find it, and Dunn easily moves up to second. Wild pitch, moving Dunn into scoring position. 2 runs in so far, just 1 out. Ball's been hit pretty well so far by Roseburg. A double, a ball hit just in front of the warning track by Knox Hubbard for an out, and then a triple by Sebastian Watson, the ball carrying a bit. Strike called against Klopfenstein, 1-1 count. Joe delivers a breaking ball in for a strike. Klopfenstein watched that one go by, hitting the top of the zone there on the outer half to the right-hander. Roseburg in front, 3-0. Carson Joe's 1-2 pitch. Back pick to second. Not going to get there. Done back in safely. The 1-2 pitch. That one gets him. Beans him. And Logan Klopfenstein will wear one. He gets a trip down to first base for a second time. And runners at first and second with still just 1 out in the second inning. Carson Joe finding himself in a bit of a struggle here. First pitch to Austin Takahashi is low for ball 1. Takahashi had the ground ball single through the left side in the first inning, 1 for 1 on the day as the wind picks up again. He gets behind one out to left field. Going back is Mason. This one to the wall. It's over his head from second base. Dunn will round third. He's heading for home. The relay throw will not go to the plate. It's a long single for Takahashi, but he drives in a run, and Roseburg's on top, 4-0. Klopfenstein got to second. They had to hold up to make sure that ball wasn't going to get caught. It got over the head of Mason in left field, hit off the wall for Takahashi, and Roseburg drives in another. 3 runs in here in the second. They lead 4-0. Dunn scores from second. Klopfenstein moves up to second base. Takahashi on at first. He stays in to run as a pitch taken for strike 1 to Dawson Gillespie. Still just 1 out here in the top of the second. Joe takes a look at second base, delivers in a breaking ball, cuts through the zone for strike 2 against Gillespie. Dawson laid down a beautiful sac bunt in the first inning, batting for a second time in as many innings. Joe holds, works out of his stretch. The righty delivers just inside with the 0-2 breaking ball. That's a tough pitch to lay off of there for Gillespie, but he did, and it works out. He's got a 1-2 count. Swings and fouls off one, a breaking ball that was up. Just didn't square that one up. Stays at the dish. A ball and 2 strikes for the 3-hitter in the lineup for Roseburg. 7th hitter to the plate here in the second inning for the Indians. Carson Joe trying to get out of this one. Misses outside with his breaking ball, and the count goes to 2-2. Dawson battling here. He's extended this frame out a little bit. His 2-2 pitch from Carson Joe, the righty. Swing and a miss. Oh, he got just enough of that one to stay alive. Just barely catching the baseball. Dawson Gillespie fouling off that breaking ball. Stays up there with the 2-2 count. The pitch. Fastball this time, opposite field. Going back is Malari. He'll square it up, makes the catch. Tagging and heading for third goes Klopfenstein. He'll get in there easily. And Malari out in right field will make the out. 2 down. Runners on the corners for the Indians. And it brings up Silas Kincaid, who had the sac fly in the first. 3 runs in so far in the top of the second inning. Roseburg on top 4-0 over the Panthers. Appreciate everybody tuning in to watch online at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel at 1490 The Score. We do apologize that it is a bit blurry, and we are aware of it. It's about the best we're going to do with the webcam. They runner off at first base. That's Zimet trying to get him to try and get a run to score, and they will not be able to do so. Griffin Zimet came in to run for Takahashi, and he'll get tagged out in the rundown before Logan Kloffenstein can score from third. So Roseburg unable to add another run, but they will get 3 on the board. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 4-0, going to the bottom of the second on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great. Participate!
It's Eli Havey at the plate to begin things in the bottom of the second inning for South Medford, trailing 4-0 against Roseburg. An 0-2 pitch is outside for Austin Takahashi. Now has a nice lead to work with. A little bit more comfortable out there with that, but there are big hitters in this lineup for South Medford, so you can't take that easy on them. Breaking ball misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Havey, who leads things off, playing at third base here in Game 2. Carson Joe on deck. Caleb Long in the hole for South. The 2-2 just misses low. The count will go full after falling behind 0-2 to start out the at-bat. Havey battles his way back in. Today's game brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning as a leadoff walk issued to Havey. He'll get himself on base to start things off. Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air. So first walk of the game issued by Takahashi.
Come on, talk.
First pitch swinging, ground ball to short, bobbled there by Gillespie. It was going to be a tough play to be made out there. I don't think he would have had a chance at a double play. Might have had a chance to get Carson Joe at first, but unable to get either one as he bobbles it there. So that'll be a fielding error against the shortstop, Dawson Gillespie. Havey up to second base, Joe on at first. 2 men on with nobody out, Caleb Long will bat. And just like that, South Medford a chance to try and do some damage. It's the first pitch fouled away by Caleb Long. Takahashi in the first inning at a 1-2-3 frame. Now a walk and an error. Gotten the first 2 batters of this second inning on base for the Panthers. A strike taken on a breaking ball at the top of the zone for Long. Gives him an 0-2 count. Takahashi kicks and fires. That one almost got him with the fastball there. Just a little elevated. Almost got Long to chase after it, but he held up. A ball and 2 strikes. Upstairs again for Takahashi, and he finds himself back down at a 2-2 count now. The 2-2 pitch swung on. That ball fouled away into the face mask of the umpire. And they'll give him a minute to gather himself there after taking that one off the face mask. 2 balls, 2 strikes against Caleb Long. Today's game also brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And we do want to say thanks to our pregame show sponsor, Roseburg Disposal. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. The 2-2 pitch off speed is upstairs. The count suddenly full again as Takahashi getting ahead of hitters but then letting them back in. 3-2 pitch coming up. He fires it in and it's fouled away by Long. South Medford trailing 4-0, but trying to cut into that deficit here in the second with 2 runners on and nobody out. Ball in the air, foul territory, first base side. That dropped in fair territory. That ball cut back in towards fair territory. It'll be a single for Long. First hit of the game for the Panthers. Yeah, that one, I think the wind helped maybe push that ball back into fair territory. Carson Joe gets to second, Eli Havey gets to third, and the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the second. And that'll prompt a visit out to the mound for Richie Charles, the pitching coach for the Indians. So after a strong first inning and then building up a 4-0 lead for Roseburg, now they've got to make sure they don't give it all back to South Medford here in the second inning. Nobody out, bases are full for Jake Mason, the left fielder.
Go, Jake.
Roseburg, I'm sure, talking some strategy here. Same for South Medford on how to approach things with a bases loaded, no out situation. Mason, the left fielder, an opportunity to drive in the first run of the day, or make that the first run of the game for South. Trailing 4-0 in the bottom of the second. Takahashi's first pitch gets a foul ball, popped out of play.
Get extended right here.
The right-hander Takahashi against the right-hander Mason. Breaking ball low and outside. A 1-1 count. At third base, Eli Havey after drawing the leadoff walk. Carson Joe at second, reaching on an error. Caleb Long, the catcher, at first. Line drive shot, gets into right field. They're going to throw it in, cut off the, try and get the runner at second base, but in safely. Does go Long. RBI single for Jake Mason. And South Medford will get on the board. Base is still loaded.
Toss.
Havey scores on the single. Tosh Stupenhaus will bat. He takes in the dirt for ball one.
Top right here. Toss. Line drive.
That ball went between first and second there for Mason. That's one foul ball down the third base side. Just on the other side of the bag there at third for strike one against Stupenhaus. 4-1 ball game. Check swing off the handle for strike two. Sun is shining and the clouds have been burning off throughout the afternoon, which is nice. The wind would be great if that would die down. Breaking ball for Takahashi stays up. 2-2 count. Bases loaded. Roseburg looking for a double play opportunity here. Ground ball, this could be. Gillespie flips to Watson, the relay to first, not going to be on line, and they get just one. A run will score on the fielder's choice. Carson Joe scores from third. Caleb Long moves to third. Jake Mason out at second. 6-4 the put out. So 2 runs in for South. They trail 4-2. Just 1 out. Runners on the corners. And Tristan Malari, the freshman right fielder, will step into bat. The lefty pitched an inning of relief in game 1. First pitch swinging, gets through on the right side. A run will score. It's a 1-run ball game, and the inning will continue. Malari, first pitch swinging, an RBI single. Stupenhaus to second. Scoring was Caleb Long. 4-3 the ball game. Runners at first and second. There is 1 out. Top of the order, Cam Sewell batting. 0 for 1 today for him. Flew out to center field. He takes ball 1. So, all that level of comfort that Roseburg had after the top of the second inning, taking a 4-0 lead, that has evaporated. A strike on a breaking ball has come in. A 1-1 count. Ball fouled up into the backstop. So Takahashi here in the second so far. He's allowed 3 hits, 1 walk, an error in there as well. And let's see here. 6 straight batters have reached base. Ball in the air. Foul territory down the first base side. And that is an out made on the catch by Sebastian Watson, the second baseman. Got underneath it. I think it came back into fair territory again. On another ball that looked like it was headed foul and doesn't stay that way. So 2 down. Roseburg still hanging on to a 1-run lead. It'll bring up Jace Miller. Tried to bunt his way on in the first. He takes strike 1. The 0-1 fouled away down the third base side. 0-2 count for Jace Miller, the shortstop. Takes high on the fastball. 8th hitter to the plate in the second frame for South Medford. Chases one down low. Ground ball to Watson. Has time. Sends it over to Silas Kincaid for the final out. But South Medford will get themselves back into this ball game as they send 8 hitters to the plate. They score 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 Roseburg error and 2 men left on base. We'll go to the top of the 3rd inning. Roseburg leading 4-3 over South Medford on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Game 2 of our doubleheader between Roseburg and South Medford. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Call them at 672-5701. It'll be Silas Kincaid, Dominic Tatone, and Nathan Wayman, your three hitters due up for Roseburg in the third, leading 4-3 on top of South. But the Panthers giving themselves some lives here in game 2 with a 3-run second inning. Both teams putting up 3 runs in the second. First pitch, strike 1 for Carson Joe against Silas Kincaid. Kincaid was at the plate when Roseburg tried the first and third walk-off at first, see if he could score a run, and it didn't work out. Fastball, strike 2 taken at the knees on the outer half. Kincaid had a sac fly to center to score a run in the first inning. The 0-2 pitch from Joe. Got behind this one, pops it high in the air out to left field. Going back, Mason tracking this one. It's off the wall again. That's the third ball hit off the left field fence for Roseburg here in this game 2. And that'll be a leadoff double for Silas Kincaid. The wind, I think, really helping that ball carry out that direction, and Roseburg has been taking advantage. A leadoff double, and for the Tribe here in game 2, that is their third extra base hit of the day here in the second game of our doubleheader. Dominic Tatone will bat. He lays down a bunt in fair territory. It is played by Long. The catcher will throw it to first for the out. The sac bunt moves Kincaid up to third. Roseburg playing a little small ball after blasting the ball around the park. They get a man to scoring position, trying to stretch out the 1-run lead again. And now a conversation about whether that was a fair or foul ball on the bunt by Tatone. Coming up next will be Nathan Wayman, who has had a heck of a day at the plate between the 2 games. But he may have to wait if they call this a foul ball and bring Dominic Tatone back to the plate. Our 3-man crew talking about it. They're going to keep it as is. So it'll be a sacrifice bunt for Tatone. 1 out. Nathan Wayman will bat. And he's got a job to do here. A sac fly could bring in a run to stretch it back out to a 2-run lead for Roseburg. Carson Joe with 1 out and a man at third. First pitch, breaking ball, was inside, kind of sliding out of the way. Got a piece of it there, fouled it off, did Wayman. The 0-1 for Joe. He'll step off the rubber. Silas Kincaid at third after his leadoff double and a sac bunt by Tatone. Joe out of his windup. Breaking ball. Behind it again. Wayman, that ball to left field. It is gone! Home run! Silas Kincaid will score on the blast by Nathan Wayman. A 2-run shot over the left field fence. His 4th hit of the day as he will clear him. Kincaid brings him home. That one blasted to left field. Off the bat, you knew it had a chance. And that is not a short fence in left field. He cleared it. And Nathan Wayman will get Roseburg up by 3. Up to bat, Knox Hubbard trying to follow that act. With 1 out, nobody on, pitch high and away. I believe a 2-0 count for Knox. Knox, he got behind one in the second, but not enough, so he hit it out to right center. Pops this one up. It is going to get out of play into the parking lot. Whew, that's the first home run we've seen this season, that I've seen this season. Strike taken on the outer half for Knox, and he's got a 2-2 count. That is the first home run of the year for Roseburg. Pitch bounces in to give Knox a full count. Wayman, man, he got behind that ball.
All right, next.
Hubbard at the dish with a 3-2 count. Roseburg in front 6-3. Got a piece of that full count pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the 7-hitter Knox Hubbard. Well, Nathan Wayman was our player of the game in Game 1, making a case to win it back-to-back here today in Medford. He is 2 for 2 in Game 2. So he's got a double, a home run. He's hit for the cycle in the doubleheader. Wow. Meanwhile, a 3-2 pitch coming up for Hubbard. Got a piece of it again to stay alive. Three-two from Joe. Breaking ball. He's getting a steady dose of that. That ball popped up into the parking lot. Back behind us, actually. Knocks Hubbard back in, the 3-2 pitch. Fastball this time, ground ball. Out at second base. The throw over by Sewell will retire Hubbard for the second out. 2 away, and Sebastian Watson will come up to hit. The wind picking up. Watson batting with nobody on and 2 away. Takes a breaking ball low from Carson Joe. The 1-0 swing and a miss, strike 1. Strike on a fastball at the knees, outer half. One ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, check swing to stay alive, Watson. Sebastian waits for the 1-2 offering from Carson Joe. Gets underneath this one, popped up, could be playable, first base side, calling for it, Tanner Douglas. And the first baseman in foul territory makes the catch to retire the side. Roseburg adds 2 runs on a 2-run homer by Nathan Wayman. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 2.5, it's 6-3. Roseburg in front going to the bottom of the 3rd on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Bottom of the 3rd starts off with Tanner Douglas at the plate for a second time today, fouling off the first pitch from Austin Takahashi. Takahashi again has a lead to work with for Roseburg, 6-3 as we start the bottom of the 3rd inning. A breaking ball in for a strike against Douglas, and Takahashi is ahead 0-2 in the at-bat. Ground ball to second baseman Sebastian Watson down to a knee. Over to Silas Kincaid to retire Tanner Douglas for a second time in this one. One away. There in that second inning, Takahashi roughed up for 3 runs on 3 hits. He issued a walk in that inning, but looking to try and settle back in. He offers the first pitch to Eli Havey for ball 1. Havey walked in the second inning and came around to score. Gets one fair down the left field side. That one just inside the line, deep in the corner and left for Dominic Tatone. He'll send it back in. A stand-up double for Eli Havey. Havey will get things going for South Medford here in the third. Both teams hitting the baseball pretty good when they're getting the barrel on the ball. First pitch, strike 1 for Carson Joe. The 0-1 pitch, softly hit ground ball, third base side. Jordan White fields, charging in. He makes the throw over to first, gets the out there. Roseburg gets the out at first base, retiring Joe. Up to third goes Havey. There's 2 down. That'll bring up Caleb Long with a man at third, but 2 away in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch, strike 1 for Takahashi. Austin's 0-1. Ooh, just misses up high a little bit. 1-1 count. Not a bad outing for Jay Stoffel for the Oregon Ducks against Washington, but he pitches just 3 innings before he is lifted. Is a pitch low, 2 balls and a strike. The former Roseburg Indian, now at the University of Oregon, pitches 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts in his second start of the year. Swing and a pitch down low for strike 2, fouled off. Caleb Long finds himself with a 2-2 count. The Ducks are leading in that game. You can hear it on News Radio 93.9 FM and 1240 KQEN. 3-1 over Washington, trying to get the sweep. Breaking ball, strike 3. Sit him down, and South Medford retired here in the bottom of the third, leaving a man stranded at third base. That is the first strikeout of the game for Austin Takahashi, and he gets out of the third inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Roseburg leading 6-3 over South Medford on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Jackson Robinson.
Back here for the top of the fourth inning, and we get a pitching change, a call to the pen for South Medford. Every pitching change brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. If you've been thinking about switching up your insurance coverage, get in touch with Chris. With over 10 years of insurance experience, Chris can make sure that you're getting the coverage that you need at a price that fits your budget. Auto, home, life, and more. Contact Chris Hubbard at 541-672-3301 or visit chrisinsures.com for a quote today. Taking over on the mound will be Jackson Robertson for Carson Joe. Get all the defensive changes here. Joe goes 3 innings for South Medford before exiting here. Joe took the loss against Sheldon last weekend. And if the score doesn't change, he'd take it here against Roseburg. First pitch, that grazes Carson Dunn, and he's hit by a pitch to get on base. And that is the second hit batter here in this game for Roseburg. Logan Kloffenstein also got hit by a pitch, and he'll stand in now. In fact, last time he was on base, he got hit by a pitch. So 1 on, nobody out. Kloffenstein hits one right back up the middle for a base hit. And the hits just keep on coming for the Tribe. Up to second base goes Dunn. Kloffenstein with his first hit. That is the 8th of the ball game for Roseburg. Austin Takahashi is 2 for 2 in the game. He'll stand in with runners at first and second and nobody out, and time called. Takahashi with Dunn at second, Kloffenstein at first. He takes the first offering low from Robertson. Ball 1. Strike taken. 1-1 count for Jackson Robertson.
Is anyone using this
lay down a bunt. Takahashi, third base side, sprinting down the line. He beats it out. It'll be an infield bunt single. So bases are loaded with nobody out. Carson Dunn will move up to third. Kloffenstein goes to second. And the Indians in business again here in the 4th, already leading 6-3. They've scored in every inning so far. 1 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd. At the plate, Dawson Gillespie swinging away on the first pitch. Strike 1. Bases loaded. Takahashi at first, Kloffenstein at second, Dunn at third. The 0-1 inside with the breaking ball. Looked like it was headed right to Dawson Gillespie at first. The 1-1 low. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball hit towards short. Could be a chance at 2. They get the out at second. The throw to first will not be in time. It'll be an RBI for Dawson Gillespie. Reaches on a fielder's choice. 1 out. A run scores. Carson Dunn comes in to make it 7-3. Roseburg in front. Out at second was Takahashi. 6-4 to put out there. Kloffenstein moves to third. Gillespie on at first. And Dunn scoring. 1 away, runners on the corners. Silas Kincaid, a double his last time up. Another RBI opportunity. He had an RBI in the first on a sac fly, time called. Jackson Robertson, only 2nd appearance for him. He's pitched 2 innings this year. He's got a 3.50 ERA, 2 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hit batters, now make it 3 as he's already hit 1 here in this frame. Misses low for ball 1. So Carson Joe exits. If he does not get help from his team, could fall to 3-2 on the year. The ERA at 3.35 is going to climb a little bit. That pitch inside, it got Kincaid. He was trying to at first go around, held back, a check swing, and he wears that one and loads the bases. Third hit batter of the game for Roseburg. Second here in the fourth. Gillespie goes to second. Kincaid on at first. And we've got the bases loaded. Our score 7-3 at the moment here in the top of the fourth. There's one out, bases loaded. Dominic Titone batting. And a chance for Roseburg to really start stretching this one out here in the fourth inning. They've been putting on a lot of offensive pressure. Breaking ball from Robertson, the right-hander to the lefty, swinging through it. Dominic, strike one. The 0-1 hits the inside corner against Titone for strike two. Oh, 2 count. Dom, a sac bunt his last time up. He'll foul it off. Stays alive at the dish. Today's game brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. Again, fighting off a pitch to stay alive. And Dom redirecting my camera a little bit there. We'll fix that in between innings here. One out so far in the top of the fourth. Pitch is low. A ball and 2 strikes for Dominic Titone. It's been an adventure today. Gotta love technology. The 1-2 off speed. He pops it up in the air. How far will it carry? Left field. Mason underneath it, makes the catch, tagging, heading for the plate. Kloffenstein will score, tagging and going to third is Gillespie. Heading to second is Kincaid. Everybody moves up 90 feet on a sac fly by Dominic Titone. Roseburg adds another run, up 8-3 now over South Medford. Second sack of the day for Titone. So scoring was Kloffenstein. Gillespie moving to third, tagging and advancing. So does Kincaid, moves up to second. Runners at second and third. Nathan Wayman batting. He swings and fouls off the first pitch. His first at-bat against Jackson Robertson. Already 2 for 2 today for Wayman with a double and a 2-run homer. Wayman hits one towards short. Scooped up there, throw to first. Big stretch by Douglas, and they will retire Wayman this time around. But Roseburg adds to their lead with 2 more runs here in the fourth inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors for South Medford, and 2 men left on base for Roseburg. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Starting the bottom of the fourth inning, Roseburg leading 8-3 on top of South Medford. Austin Takahashi still throwing for Roseburg, misses with a breaking ball low against Jake Mason. Mason 1 for 1 in the game with an RBI single. He takes a breaking ball for a strike. Today's game been brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Ahead in the at-bat, Mason, 2 balls and a strike. He's been getting abused in left field. Roseburg's been pounding the left field fence. Going right side, backhanded by Kincaid. He will sprint to the bag, beats Takahashi there, and tags it himself to retire Mason for the first out. 1 away. I'll bring up Tosh Stupenhaus, the center fielder. Reached on a fielder's choice and drove in a run in the second. First pitch from Takahashi, swing and a miss for strike 1. Austin is not a deliberate worker. He is very quick. He's an efficient guy on the mound, does not waste a lot of time out there. Breaking ball, strike on the outside corner. He finds himself ahead 0-2 here against Stupenhaus. The 0-2 down the middle, popped up. First base side is going to drift back into fair territory, and it's the second baseman, Sebastian Watson, who's underneath it for the second out. 2 away, and the 9-hitter Tristan Malari will bat with nobody on. Those pop flies down to first base side have been trouble here this afternoon. A lot of balls going up, looking like they're foul and drifting back fair. First pitch breaking ball for strike 1 against Malari. Malari had a first pitch RBI single in the second in his first at-bat of the game. He takes a breaking ball high for a 1-1 count. The 1-1 from Takahashi gets him to swing, fouls it on a ground ball first base side. Strike 2 for Malari. So Roseburg will have tomorrow off and then right back to action on Monday as they head to Grants Pass for a single game against the Cavemen. Pitch high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Malari. Roseburg's hoping that this score will hold. It'll be interesting to see what the rest of the conference does today. That ball out towards left center, pretty well hit, but going to carry enough for Carson Dunn to run underneath it. And it's a 1-2-3 frame for Austin Takahashi. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for South Medford. Head to the top of the 5th. Roseburg in front, 8-3 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great. Participate!
What do we have, Trav?
Come back here for the top of the 5th inning. On the mound, Jackson Robertson will face Knox Hubbard, Sebastian Watson, and Carson Dunn. Roseburg leading 8-3 here in Game 2 of our doubleheader after winning Game 1. Game 1, a score of 5-1. Roseburg picking up the victory. Stay undefeated in conference play. Leading things off, Hubbard 0 for 2 in this one, looking for that first hit of the afternoon in Game 2 of our doubleheader. First pitch, breaking ball, misses low for a 1-0 count. Other games around the conference today, Sheldon hosting South Eugene. Grants Pass welcomes in North Medford. It's a pitch inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Start of the day, Roseburg and Grants Pass were tied for first at 2-0 in conference play. And that's why I think it'll be interesting to see how things go the rest of the conference slate. Hubbard gets behind one, out towards left center on the run. Stupenhaus catches it. No, it drops. He tried to make the play in front of the left fielder, Mason. He couldn't hang on to it. Heading in for third. In, sliding head first goes Knox Hubbard. Leadoff triple for Knox Hubbard on the leaping attempt by Stupenhaus out in left center. Not sure if it was a ball that Mason might have had a better go at, but Stupenhaus, the center fielder, tried to call for it, and he could not hang on to it with his leaping attempt. And Hubbard will get in with the leadoff triple, and Roseburg's just been tearing the cover off the ball here in this one. That is their 10th hit of the day in Game 2. Brings up Sebastian Watson. He had a triple in the second inning, drove in a run. He'll take a breaking ball outside for ball one. Watson hits a grounder towards short. They look the runner back at third and fire across the diamond. Miller will retire Watson. One out. And it brings up Carson Dunn, who was hit by a pitch in the fourth. Also had an RBI single in the second. Roseburg has scored in every inning so far today in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Game 1 was a pitcher's duel, not a whole lot of hits. In fact, combined 9 hits in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Here in Game 2, Roseburg already has 10. Just in the top of the fifth. The 1-0 pitch from Robertson, swung on and missed by Dunn, a 1-1 count. Sun disappears behind some clouds and things start feeling freezing cold again here in Medford. Roseburg bats have been pretty hot here in Game 2. It was a breaking ball. Tried to sit and wait on it, but Carson Dunn swings through it. Didn't hold up enough. The 1-2 pitch, swings at a breaking ball. It gets away from the catcher. They're going to try and score from third and tagged out at the plate. They will get, that is Eli Jacobs running for Knox Hubbard. They'll get him at home instead of trying to get Carson Dunn at first. So Dunn will strike out, but he gets on. So they'll trade a runner at first or a runner at third for a runner at first. Not the ideal situation, but that's what it is. 2 outs. At the plate, leadoff man. Logan Kloffenstein takes low and outside. The 1-0 for Kloffenstein. One hop, hard hit ball towards the second baseman. Sewell goes to Miller at second to retire Dunn. 4-6 the put out. And Roseburg will snap their run of scoring in every inning. They do not score in the fifth. They still lead 8-3 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Out in front of South Medford on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Bottom of the fifth, it'll be Cam Sewell to lead things off for South Medford. Takes low for ball one as Roseburg leads the Panthers 8-3. Going to the bottom of the fifth. Austin Takahashi still on the mound as Sewell gets around on one out in front. He pulls that foul down the right field side for strike one. Did get a defensive changes for South Medford in that last half inning. Gannon Jones in left field and Cooper Mitchell in center. So that was actually, instead of Stupenhaus and Mason out there, like I was saying on the triple by Knox Hubbard, it was Mitchell that tried to cut off Jones in left field to make that play, and the center fielder couldn't come up with it. Hard hit ground ball to the second baseman, Sebastian Watson, and he rifles it to first for the out. That retires Sewell for a third time in this ball game. Now 0 for 3 against Austin Takahashi, who's into his fifth inning of work. First pitch swinging for Jace Miller. It's fouled on the third base side for strike one. Roseburg Baseball today brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? The 0-1, line drive right to Jordan White. He gets in front of that one and makes the grab for out number two. A laser beam right at the third baseman. 2 down. That'll bring up Tanner Douglas 0 for 2 in this contest. He is grounded out to first and grounded out to second. He will hit one off his front foot towards first base. Crumples in the box, but will get up and walk it off a little bit. 0-1 count on the foul ball. Today's game also brought to you by Dr. Lanza Randall. They're accepting new patients, so give them a call at 541-378-6694. Top of the orders struggled. 4 hits in the ball game for South Medford. In on the hands, a ball fouled away by Douglas, 0-2 for him. Eli Havey, the cleanup man, has a hit. Then Caleb Long, the 6-hitter. Jake Mason, the 7-hitter. And the 9-hitter, Tristan Malari. Those are the guys with the hits. The pitch misses on the 0-2 to the lefty, Tanner Douglas. The 1-2 pitch, he pulls it first base side. It's where Watson, playing closer to first, they kind of had a shift on for him, and it works out. A 1-2-3 frame for Austin Takahashi in the bottom of the fifth. No harm done, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll head to the top of the sixth. Roseburg in front, 8-3 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Top of the sixth inning, Roseburg in front, 8-3 over South Medford here in Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Joey Keyran with you from Lithia and Driveways Fields in Medford. Austin Takahashi at the plate facing Jackson Robertson. He's ahead 2 balls, no strikes as he leads things off in the sixth inning. Takahashi 3 for 3 here in Game 2 with an RBI. Breaking ball, he fouls that one off. We'll have a 2-1 count. Today's game brought to you by 7 Feathers Truck and Travel. Join the winning team at 7 Feathers. Several positions are open, starting at $16.25 an hour. Apply at i5exit99.com. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Nice breaking ball there from Robertson. Robertson entered the game in the 4th inning for starter Carson Joe. Misses low. Full count now for Takahashi. So this is the 3rd inning of work for Robertson. He gets a swing and a miss for Takahashi, and he goes down with the strikeout. That's a big punch out there. First of the game for Jackson Robertson. In fact, first strikeout for South Medford pitchers here in game 2. I don't think that Takahashi, he has maybe 1 strikeout on the mound as he strikes out there. First pitch outside to Dawson Gillespie, a 1-0 count. Let's take a look-see. Yeah, 1 strikeout. So not a lot of swing and missing for the hitters here in game 2 for either side. It's a pitch low and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. All Roseburg pitching strikeouts are brought to you by One Peak Medical. They're accepting new patients, so visit them at onepeakmedical.com. They can help you with a diet plan that'll actually work. Their medical professionals can dial up a daily routine to meet your goals and overall health to make you succeed. That's onepeakmedical.com. Breaking ball in for a strike. Dawson Gillespie is 0 for 2 at the plate. Does have an RBI. Check swing, that pitch outside. Gillespie waits. Gets a piece of it. Count is full. Gillespie, step back in, nobody on, 1 away, full count pitch. Gets around on one there. That ball is going to land fair down the left field line, roll into the corner, all the way to the fence, at the wall. Jones will get it, sends it back in, and it's a double for Dawson Gillespie. So Dawson Gillespie finds his way on base for a 2nd time here in this one. A 1-out double to the left field wall. Silas Kincaid will bat. He is 1 for 1 in this one. Takes outside. Behind the plate, Caleb Long ranging to his right to stop that ball from getting by. That holds Gillespie at 2nd. Kincaid hit by a pitch his last time up against Jackson Robertson. Ground 1 third base side. That's played off the glove by Havey. Up to 3rd goes Gillespie. Silas Kincaid will get on for a 3rd time. Runners on the corners. Dominic Titone will bat. He had a sac fly his last time up, a sac bunt the time before that. Titone looking for his first hit in this contest. Pulls it right side. In front of it, Sewell whips it to second, to short. And he will not get the relay back to first in time. So they get 1 out. That's an RBI ground out for, or excuse me, an RBI fielder's choice for Dom. Drives in Gillespie. Out at second was Kincaid on the 4-6 put out. 2 down. First pitch outside. Ball 1 for Nathan Wayman. Makes it 9-3. Roseburg in front by 6. Nathan Wayman 2 for 3 in this game. Make that 3 for 4 as he lines one to left field. It'll be extra bases again. He heads around second. Going into third is Titone. Standing up at second is Wayman. And that young man is on fire. Dahm goes first to third. Wayman at second base with 2 outs. Roseburg runners at second and third. Brings up Knox Hubbard. Roseburg catcher. Docs will be coming up during the summer. Jumping the gun a little bit there. First pitch inside for Knox. Have been given the permission. Hubs is an acceptable nickname for him. The 1-0 breaking ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. I don't know where that came from that game that I was doing it, but apparently it was right, so I guess I shouldn't be too hard on myself. Hubs with a 2-0 pitch coming. He'll take outside for 3-0. Knox had the triple his last time up, 1 for 3 today. Roseburg in front by 6 runs against South Medford. A strike on the outside corner. And that makes it a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Most runs that anybody's gotten against this South Medford team was Sheldon with 15 in that last game last Saturday. Fly ball out to left field, and Knox Hubbard will fly out for the 3rd out of the 6th. But Roseburg does add another run. They've scored in all but 1 inning. 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 2 men left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Roseburg in front 9-3 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Austin Takahashi still out there working for Roseburg into the 6th inning. He fires strike 1 against Eli Havey, who is up to bat to lead things off for South Medford, trailing 9-3 against Roseburg. Fouls off a pitch for strike 2, and Havey, who is 1 for 1 in this game with a double and a walk, finds himself down 0-2 in the at-bat against Takahashi. Grounds 1, third base side, picked up by White. Fires low, but scooped up by Silas Kincaid. And Roseburg's defense will get the out to start things off here in the bottom of the 6th. Today's game brought to you by our friends with Mountain Mike's Pizza. We'll be naming our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game in the postgame show coming up, so stay tuned for that. Breaking ball for Jackson Robertson. Strike 1. Came in for Carson Joe, and he bats in his spot, but it's been a while since he's gotten a chance to get an opportunity to bat as he swings through for strike 2. Joe batted in the 3rd and then came out of the game, and Robertson just getting his first chance to hit, and he will now on an 0-2 pitch lace one back second base side of second. Into center field for a base hit. 5th hit of the game for South Medford. 1 on with 1 out. So Robertson gets on base with 1 away. Strike taken by Caleb Long, the catcher. The 0-1 pitch. Pulled third base side into left field. Back-to-back singles for South Medford. Puts runners at first and second with one away. That'll bring up Gannon Jones. He's taken over in left field for Jake Mason. First pitch swinging for him. In the air out to left field. Coming in on the charge. A catch made by Dominic Titone. Titone sprinting in to get to that low fly ball. Jones sees one pitch in his first at-bat and flies out to left. We'll bring up Cooper Mitchell now, who's taken over in center field. He'll take the first pitch for strike one. So he takes over for Tosh Stupenhaus. It's a breaking ball, trails outside, a 1-1 count for Mitchell. Takahashi's 1-1 with 2 on and 2 away. Misses high. Takahashi will deliver low and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike against Cooper Mitchell. Don't see any action in the bullpen for Roseburg. There is some action in the bullpen for South Medford. Ground ball towards short. Gillespie over to second to Watson, and they retire Caleb Long to finish off the bottom of the 6th. So Roseburg will head to the 7th inning, leading 9-3 over South Medford as we go to the final inning in Game 2 of our doubleheader on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
We've got another call to the pen for the South Medford Panthers. All pitching changes brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance. If you're looking about making a change with your insurance coverage, we'll get in touch with Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance at chrisinsures.com for a free quote today on your auto, home, life, and more. Chris Hubbard, 541-672-3301. It'll be Cam Sewell that takes over on the mound for South Medford after Jackson Robertson. He goes 3 innings. He allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. And I got him down for no walks and 1 strikeout. He also hit 2 batters in there as well for Jackson Robertson. Cam Sewell, the second baseman, moving to the mound. Roseburg in front 9-3, looking to try and sweep South Medford on the road. After talking with Troy Thompson after Roseburg swept at home against North Medford last Saturday, and talk about how difficult it is just to sweep at home, but to sweep on the road, that's something to celebrate for sure for Roseburg as they look to try and finish it off. They've got to get through 3 more outs against South Medford, never put anything away. I've called a ball game here at Medford during the Legion baseball season that looked like it was in hand, and Medford came back to win in surprising fashion. So take nothing for granted when you're playing on the road for sure. 1-0 count to Sebastian Watson, who leads things off against Cameron Sewell, the new pitcher. Wind really picking up. It's a pitch low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Wind is, I think, blowing kind of out towards the left field foul pole across the diamond from right to left. Left field has definitely been the power alley for Roseburg here in this game. They've hit a few off the fence and one over the fence out there and left. 2-0 pitch. Sewell misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes for Sebastian Watson. Right now it's just trying to make sure nothing flies away any more than it already has been for us here in Medford. 3-0 pitch. Might have been, I can't imagine that was a 3-0 green light for Sebastian Watson. So I might have missed a strike in there. Watson digs back in. Sewell's delivery, breaking ball outside, and I think the count might be full now. Watson is 1 for 3 with a triple and an RBI and a run scored. Sewell's delivery out of the windup gets Watson to pop it up foul territory. Douglas giving chase up against the fence, and Tanner Douglas will fire it around the horn as he makes the catch in foul territory for out number 1. Long run there for Douglas to get to that ball. 1 down. It'll be Carson Dunn to bat. Dunn is 1 for 2 here in this ball game. Was hit by a pitch, is back in the 4th. He actually struck out but reached on the drop third strike in the 5th inning as South Medford elected to try and get Eli Jacobs at the plate. He was trying to score from third on the drop third strike and got called out at the plate. Pitch high and in, buzzing the tower there for Dunn, a 1-0 count. So he did get on base on the drop third strike in the 4th, or make that the 5th. Makes me think of that new rule in some baseball leagues. As a strike taken, a 1-1 count, where a hitter can try and steal first on any ball that they'd like. If a ball gets by a catcher, they can try and steal first, even if it's not a drop third strike. The 1-1, low and outside, as Sewell fires that in. I've seen some highlights of it. It's kind of crazy to think that a pass ball or a wild pitch, guy at the plate with a 1-1 count, the ball gets by, he can just try and take first. If he gets on base, he gets on. If he gets thrown out, he gets thrown out. The 2-1 pitch, and that one gets the helmet this time for Dunn. And he will get on base for a second time with a hit by pitch. That is the 4th hit batter by South Medford's pitchers. That one just kind of grazing the ear flap, it looked like. Dunn didn't seem to be too worse for wear, but they'll check him out at first base, and we obviously hope he is okay. He quickly went down to first base and seemed to be all right. The helmet doing what it needed to. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the order, Logan Klopfenstein batting for Roseburg. The Indians leading 9-3 here in the top of the 7th. Low and outside on the first offering from Sewell. Klopfenstein with 1 hit here in game 2. He's been on base 3 times. He put the ball in play for the final out in the 5th inning. They got the out at second base to wrap it up. Fouls off a pitch, 1-1 count. Top of the 7th here in Medford on a breezy, cool day where we've seen a little bit of everything. Sunshine, cloudy, a few raindrops early on, but thankfully it's been mostly dry here today. Sewell's 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball outside. Have Easter coming up tomorrow. Hopefully a good Easter for everybody. Soft tapper back to the mound. They're going to try to go to second for the first out. Back to first. Not in time to get Kloffenstein. They get the force out at second. Dunn will be out number 2. 1-6 the put out. Not something you'll see too often in your scorecard. So Dunn out at second base. A fielder's choice. Kloffenstein gets on. 2 away with a man at first base. And it brings up Austin Takahashi. 3 for 4 today in game 2. Takes on the inside corner for strike 1. Takahashi in line to get a win here in game 2. If they could finish it out. The 0-1 pitch from Sewell. Breaking ball too far inside. Kind of curious what the thinking is in the dugout for Roseburg. They obviously, they probably wouldn't be able to use Takahashi again Monday or Tuesday based on where he's at with his pitches, so might just let him try and go the complete game so they don't have to use anybody else and risk giving up a pitcher due to the pitch count for games coming up Monday and Tuesday. It's going to be kind of all hands on deck for Roseburg as they try to make their way through this stretch after having their game against Grants Pass delayed. A 2-1. Takahashi pulls it first base side, snagged by Douglas, takes it to the bag himself, and he'll make the put out to finish things off here in the 7th inning. So Roseburg unable to add any more to their lead in the 7th, but they lead by 6. Going to the bottom of the 7th inning, 3 outs away on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
All right, come back for the start of the 7th inning. The first man up to bat will get on base for South Medford, as it is Tristan Malari that hits a ground ball, goes through the legs of the first baseman Silas Kincaid, and Malari will get on base with the second error of the game by the Roseburg fielders. One man on as Roseburg leads 9-3 over South Medford here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Roseburg 3 outs away from getting a sweep on the road against the Panthers. Strike taken on the first pitch to Cam Sewell, the leadoff man, now on the mound. 0 for 3 in the game for South. Strike taken for an 0-2 count. On the mound, Austin Takahashi trying to go for the complete game. He's got an 0-2 count against Cam Sewell. Line drive shot, gets over at short, into left center, cut off by Dunn. Malari trying to stretch it to third base, and he will get on. And that'll be a base hit there for Sewell. Long way to go for South Medford, but they're obviously getting the start they needed here in the 7th inning, down by 6. Takahashi stays on the mound. I cannot see anybody working in the bullpen for Roseburg, but chain link, this angle was a little difficult to look through over there. 1-0 count for Jace Miller, who's 0 for 3. 4th time through the lineup for South here against Takahashi. Austin missing low. 2 balls, no strikes. Takahashi delivers. That ball hit in the air out towards left field. That's the power alley. That ball carrying to the wall. It's gone. Jace Miller, a 3-run homer. Our second homer here in game 2. That ball clears the fence in left field, and it's suddenly a 3-run ball game. Touch 'em all for Jace Miller. And it's suddenly 9-6 our score with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. And I told you, you take nothing for granted here in this ballpark and on the road in conference play. And South Medford proving me right. They are back within 3, 9-6, and a visit out to the mound for pitching coach Richie Charles. Got all of that one, and the wind was blowing pretty good, carrying the ball that direction. And our second home run to left field here at Lithia and Driveways Fields. Richie Charles out there to talk with the infield. They might be looking to leave Takahashi in. They used Jordan White in game 1 as a reliever. They do have some action in the bullpen right now for Roseburg. And it does look like they're going to make a change for Roseburg on the mound. Looks like Jordan White might exit the game, I believe. Yep, Jordan White's going to come out of the game. Takahashi will go to third, and they'll bring in Parker Burke to try and close out this ball game for Roseburg. He will actually enter into the game in a save situation now that the 3-run blast makes it a 3-run game. Nobody on base, nobody out, a whole new ball game here, and Parker Burke will try to close it out for Roseburg. We'll come back after a 60-second break with the new man on the mound on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 7th inning, a 3-run ball game. Parker Burke will take over, and 2 pitches into the at-bat against Tanner Douglas. He gets him to ground out to first baseman Silas Kincaid for the first out of the 7th for South Medford. A 3-run homer has made this game a little closer, 9-6 our score. But Roseburg 2 outs away now from getting a sweep here on the road against the Panthers. 1 away, Eli Havey will bat against Parker Burke, who takes over for Austin Takahashi. Burke misses high with his breaking ball. Pitching change brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. Again, if you're looking to make a change with your insurance coverage, get in touch with Chris at chrisinsures.com or at 541-672-3301. Burke, 2-0 count to Havey. Strike in there with a 2-1 count. Takahashi goes 6 innings, allows 8 hits, 6 runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. 2-1, breaking ball, slow roller, third base side. Tak gets it, the throw to first, gets it there just in time as Austin Takahashi moves to third base and he makes the play. 2 down, and now Roseburg 1 out away from wrapping this one up. It'll go down to Jackson Robertson. No. Be a new man up to bat in this spot. Pitch high for ball 1. It's Carson Joe back in to hit. Re-entering into his spot. He takes a cut, pops it up in the air, out to right field. Logan Klopfenstein is there, and Roseburg will wrap it up. Carson Joe flies out to right field, and Parker Burke comes in, gets a 1-2-3 outing, and he will pick up his second save of the year. Roseburg gets the win 9-6 in Game 2 as they sweep South Medford here on the road today. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break, and we'll come back with the post-game show. Name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we welcome you back here to Medford, where Roseburg gets a sweep against South, as they will come away with a 5-1 win in Game 1, 9-6 in Game 2. Ball was flying around the ballpark here today. Both teams collecting a number of extra base hits. And for Roseburg, Game 2 was a big one. And Nathan Wayman having a career day here in Medford today. Game 2, 9-6, our final score, as Roseburg would come away with the win, scoring in all but 2 innings in Game 2. 9 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors, 8 men left on base for Roseburg, 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 5 men left on base for South. Austin Takahashi will get the win. He goes to 4-1 on the year. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Carson Joe takes the loss. He goes to 3-2 on the season. Joe pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 6 runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. He did hit 1 batter. And coming in to pick up his second save of the season is Parker Burke. He pitches 1 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and, no walks and no strikeouts in there as well. So that is some of the numbers here. Roseburg jumping on in the first inning, scoring a run on a sac fly by Silas Kincaid. They scored 3 in the second. Sebastian Watson had a RBI triple. Carson Dunn with an RBI single and an RBI single by Austin Takahashi. Added 2 runs in the third on a 2-run home run by Nathan Wayman. Added 2 more in the fourth on a fielder's choice by Dawson Gillespie and a sac fly by Dominic Tatone. They added 1 run in the sixth on a fielder's choice again by Tatone, who finishes with 2 RBI in the game. On the other side, for South Medford, they would get 3 in the second inning. Mason, Stupenhaus, and Malari all with RBI singles in that inning, as they would get 3 runs across against Takahashi, but Tak would leave him scoreless until the 7th, where he would, an error led off the inning, then a single, and then a 3-run homer to Jace Miller. That put 3 runs on the board and made it a 3-run ball game, but Parker Burke came in, got 1, 2, 3 in the 7th, and closed it out as Roseburg gets the sweep. Taking a look at offensive numbers for Roseburg, Klopfenstein gets a hit in this one, goes 1 for 4. Takahashi was 3 for 5 in this one with 3 singles and an RBI. Dawson Gillespie was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a double. Silas Kincaid goes 1 for 2 in this one. Had a sac fly for an RBI, a double, was hit by a pitch, and got on with an error. Dominic Tatone had 2 RBI, had 2 sacks in this one, goes 0 for 2. Nathan Wayman, 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a home run, drove in 2 and scored twice. Knox Hubbard had a triple. He goes 1 for 4. Sebastian Watson with a triple goes 1 for 4. Had an RBI and a run scored. And Carson Dunn was 1 for 2. Had a RBI single and hit by a pitch twice in this one. On the other side, for South Medford, Cam Sewell was 1 for 4 with a single. Jace Miller goes 1 for 4 with a 3-run homer. Let's see here. Eli Havey goes 1 for 3 with a double and a walk and scored a run. Jackson Robertson 1 for 1. Caleb Long goes 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored. Jake Mason 1 for 2 with an RBI single. And Tristan Malari had an RBI single in there as well. So that is a look at how things played out here today. And it is time now here in the postgame show to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game, receiving a $50 gift certificate to use at Mountain Mike's. It could very easily be Nathan Wayman again. I would love to give it to him, but I like to try and spread this out, and I'm not sure, but I may have given one. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I can double check myself. I'm not sure if I have given a Player of the Game award to Austin Takahashi just yet this season. He had a great day on the mound and a good day at the plate, so we are going to give it to Austin Takahashi just to try and spread the love around a little bit as best as we can. Austin Takahashi is your Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Honorable mention to Nathan Wayman for Game 2. He did get it in Game 1 as well. Big day here in Medford today for Roseburg. It'll continue on Monday in Grants Pass as they make up a game against the Cavemen. Up next for South Medford, they will be hosting North Medford on Tuesday next week. That's going to do it for us here from the Lithia and Driveways Fields in Medford. I'm Joey Kieran. Want to say thanks to Medford for hosting us down here today. Always nice to get some games in against the Medford schools, and great facilities, just not necessarily the most convenient to broadcast from. Want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bolin, head coach Troy Thompson, and the entire Roseburg baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg baseball here on The Score. Thanks to Logan Bishop back in the studio for the radio production here today. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, especially putting up with some technical issues that we had here on the road today. I appreciate it. And without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll talk to you guys on Monday when Roseburg heads to Grants Pass to take on the Cavemen in a makeup conference game. They'll start at 4:30 there at Grants Pass High School. Pre-game coverage will start at 4:15. We'll have it for you streaming live online at 541radio.com and right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.